Hello and welcome everyone. Today we are going to study John Milton's sonnet number 19 on his blindness. It is one of the most remarkable poems written by John Milton, and some frequently asked questions are set from this poem. So let's start. John Milton was born on 9th December 1608 and he passed away on 8th November 1674. Sonnet, as you know, is a poem of 14 lines written in iambic pentameter. Iambic pentameter, unstressed states level, making a full. Rhyming scheme of the sonnet is generally the sonnet is divided into two parts. First 8 lines make octave, which has rhyming scheme A B B A, A B B A, and remaining 6 lines having rhyming scheme of CDE CDE. It is called sestet. Milton adopts a Petrarchian rhyme scheme in this sonnet. The first two quatrains follow an ABBA rhyming scheme, rhyming pattern, and the sestet uses two tercets of CDE. Following the traditional form of a sonnet, the octet presents a problem and the sestet then resolved. The year 1652 was not a good one for Milton. By March or April, at the age of 43 years, he was completely blind in both eyes. This fact makes this sonnet autobiographical in tone because he himself felt this problem. First of all, see the rhyming scheme. First line ends on spent and bent. Spent and bent are rhyming word, while wide and hide are similar in pronunciation. So the rhyming scheme is A B B A. The same thing happens in next quatrain. Present or prevent have similar sound, so it is A, and chide and denied have similar pronunciation, so it is B. A B B A. Okay, now let's start this poem. When I consider how my light is spent, Milton's speaker says, when he consider how his light is spent, ere half my days in this डार्क वर्ल्ड एंड वाई, जब वो ये सोचता है कि कैसे उसकी रोशनी चली गई इस अंधेरी दुनिया में, बड़ी दुनिया में, एंड दैट वन टैलेंट विच इज़ डेड टू हाइड, एंड दैट वन टैलेंट टैलेंट ऑफ राइटिंग पोइट्री. मिल्टन के पास जो एक टैलेंट था, दैट ही कैन राइट पोएट्री, ही कैन कंपोज पोएम्स, विच इज़ डेड टू हाइड, lodged with me useless. That talent is lying in him useless because he has lost his eyesight. Though my soul more bends to serve there with my maker. Although his soul wants to serve the makers, his soul wants to serve the God and present my true account lest he returning child. He wants to present his real nature, real account of himself by composing poems on faith, lest he returning child. Otherwise, he will be chided by the God when he returns to him. Doth God exact day labor light denied? I fondly ask. He foolishly asks a question whether God demand day labor by a person whose eyesight he has taken back. उस व्यक्ति को जिसकी रोशनी ईश्वर ने वापस ले ली, उससे भी क्या ये उम्मीद की जाती है कि वो मेहनत करे, कुछ काम करे. But patience to prevent that murmur soon replies. But the patience replied to that murmur. इस आइडिया को, ये जो विचार मन में पनपा, इसे रोकने के लिए, टू प्रिवेंट द आइडिया ऑफ कंप्लेनिंग अगेंस्ट द वेज ऑफ गॉड, हिज पेशेंस सून रिप्लाइज, गॉड डोथ नॉट नीड either man's work or his own gifts. That God does not need anything from a man, neither his work nor his gifts. Who best bear his mild yoke, they serve him best. All those people who bear their duties, who bear their responsibilities, they serve him best. His estate is kingly. God's estate is kingly. He is like a king. Thousands at his bidding speed and post over land and ocean without rest. At his command, millions of spirits perform their duties, perform their job over land and ocean, everywhere, विदाउट रेस्ट, बिना आराम के उसके आदेश पे लाखों आत्माएं काम करती हैं. दे ऑल्सो सर्व हु ओनली स्टैंड एंड वेट. दे ऑल्सो सर्व द गॉड who are waiting for his command. Now let's scan the poem from the viewpoint of examinations. When I consider how my light is spent or half my days in this dark world and light. Light is a metaphor for both the speaker's life span and his sight. यहाँ light एक metaphor है. Since this poem is called on his blindness, and we know that Milton went blind 1652, so light is used here like a metaphor. Spent can either mean past, as in when I consider how I have spent my days, or it can mean gone, as in when I consider that my light is gone. रोशनी चली गई या वक्त बीत गया. Ere is an adverb that means before. Milton expresses disbelief that he has lost his sight before even half of his life has yet to be lived. आधी जिंदगी बची हुई है, तब रोशनी का चला जाना उसे अविश्वास होता है इस बात पे कि इतनी जल्दी आँखों की रोशनी गई कैसे. एंड दैट वन टैलेंट विच इज़ डेड टू हाइड लॉस्ट विथ मी यूजलेस. और वो एक टैलेंट जो पोइट्री राइटिंग का कवि के भीतर था वो अब यूजलेस रहेगा. दो माई सोल मोर बेंट, यहाँ एनजेममेंट नाम का एक फिगर ऑफ स्पीच है. हेयर द पोइट यूजेज एनजेममेंट फिगर्स ऑफ स्पीच, द कंटिन्यूएशन ऑफ ए सेंटेंस बियॉन्ड द एंड ऑफ ए लाइन disrupts the meaning of this sentence as a whole. In this part of the sentence, the speaker means that he is bent in service of God, like a servant who is bowing. However, because this line ends with bent, it seems at first that his soul is bent or crooked. केवल यहाँ तक देखेंगे तो दो माई सोल मोर बेंट, यहाँ कंटिन्यू करो टू सर्व देयर विथ माई मेकर. His soul is more bent to serve the Maker. Doth God exact deliver light denied? I fondly ask, but patience to prevent. Milton's speaker asks the question. The long and complex sentence beginning with when I consider how my light is spent leads the poet to fondly or foolishly ask, does God exact deliver light denied? Questioning God's will was a form of blasphemy that demonstrated one's lack of faith. अगर हम ईश्वर के कामों पे शक करते हैं तो ये ईश निंदा की श्रेणी में आता था. Though this speaker does not directly question God's decision to take away his sight, so the speaker of the poem does not directly ask question to God on his decision to take away his sight. He does reveal his frustration. Instead of that, he expresses his frustration. वो अपनी झुंझलाहट बताता है. When he questions what he can do now that he has lost it, his main concern is how he would perform his duties when God has taken back his eyesight. His state is kingly, thousands at his bidding speed and post over land and ocean without rest. They also serve who only stand and wait. Patience reminds the speaker that God is like a king and he has many servants across the world to do his bidding. Some ride over land and ocean carrying out his will, but others simply need to serve him by waiting. Patience relieves the speaker's anxiety by telling him that it is acceptable to wait for divine inspiration to tell him what God wants him to do. इंतज़ार करना भी ईश्वर की सेवा करने का एक नतीजा है, according to Milton. So this was the poem, John Milton's sonnet on his blindness. Hope you would have enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.